I am responsible for creating a lot of hurtful and damaging content on this channel. And I've also created a culture of apathy and, I don't know, a lot of like cruelty as well. Like, you know, some of the videos I've made have been very, not edgy. I don't think they you know, some of these videos were edgy. I think they were just outright cruel. So I don't want people to, you know, get it confused about, you know, where I stand. I have made some cruel, hurtful content, and I need to acknowledge that, and I'm really sorry that it's taken me this long to acknowledge it. The content I'm talking about specifically are content cop videos and videos where I was just generally criticizing people for very lackluster reasons, and you know, obviously didn't have any accountability online whatsoever on my end. I was morally grandstanding and acting as if I am any better than any of these people that I was making content cop videos on, and I'm not. I'm a human, I'm a real human who makes mistakes, and you know, I make a different set of mistakes than the people I was making videos on, but it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone deserves that level of cruelty or hate. It's also indoctrinated a lot of people into thinking that this is an okay way to behave, and it's not. It's super irresponsible and shitty. I didn't plan on making a content cop on H3. It sounds very stupid even saying that. If I would imagine this in 2016, I would have been like, oh yeah, if I ever do that, it's gotta be because I lose the plot. Well, it turns out it's not me losing the plot, it's Ethan. He's the one who fucking attacked first.
My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up.
Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
This is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible. This is not what podcasts are. A podcast that gets 3,000 views a week. There was a way to approach this to say like, yeah, we feel hurt by you guys not saying something. You've decided to do the extra thing and attack.
Good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years.
How is this not a parody? Who put this thing together? I'm just fucking confused, honestly. These people...
He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs. Now in his podcast with Hassan, Leftovers, they actually had to reckon with a very serious topic. I would say that Hassan was very well equipped to talk about that topic.
I don't know which is which, dude. Doesn't know where Yemen is. Okay, I'm gonna click close. I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think nope.
I would say that Hassan was very well equipped to talk about that topic.
Got it. One of these.
Ethan was not prepared for this. Ethan, the whole time, is more of the goof guy.
Started H3 in Israel?
Yeah. I remember we would like cover Hebrew writing.
Just because we didn't want to necessarily be...
We don't want to be about that.
About that.
Yeah.
We wanted it to, you know, not be boxed into this like, oh, you support Israel?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's so complicated.
I have a good friend who is Lebanese. And to him, even the simple fact that I went to Israel to live with my wife is enough to make for him to have disassociated with me.
Wow.
And it's like, dude, I'm not going there for political reasons. I'm literally going there to be with my wife because I don't have an option.
Yeah.
That to him is like,
wow, that's heavy.
Enough to disassociate with me.
He also couldn't come to our wedding because
he was like my closest friend, and he was in Lebanon, which is just, you know, so close to close.
It's hard for me to talk about. I feel ashamed watching it. Oh, sorry guys, just a little explosion over here in Israel.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Ethan was obviously caught in this tricky situation where he is extremely sympathetic to the Israeli cause and what's happening to them. His wife's Israeli, she served in the IDF. He obviously likes the state of Israel.
Wakey, Ethan. Wake up,
What the fuck? What the fuck? Stop, dude.
Ethan.
Fucking Israel again, dude.
Listen, this isn't the first time I've said it, and I'll say it many more times. The cabinet is run by genocidal maniacs. They're led by Netanyahu, who should resign in disgrace and go to prison for being a war criminal.
He obviously likes the state of Israel.
He's made a coalition of the most radically conservative freaks that don't represent, by the way, the majority of Israelis. And they're hellbent on genocide. It's unacceptable. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
the Western countries are backing up Israel's genocide.
And I hate them. Same.
He obviously likes the state of Israel. Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit, I'm sure. Would it have been nicer and more supportive to say, we don't agree with the things he's saying and we support Ethan and Hila? Sure.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
All right. Wrap it up.
Why is there so much work being put into discovering this guy on Twitter who's barely getting any interactions, linking him to me and posting on the Reddit, when there's no work being put into who the fuck is the person on the Reddit who's posting this in the first place?
Well, to be fair, I do usually do that when I'm see a post that I think is kind of sussy, and I look at the account and see where they're posting or whatever.
Well, one of the users on the Snark Reddit points this out. They're like, I've seen this account before. Who the fuck is the person on the Reddit who's posting this in the first place?
Okay, I don't know if this is real, but there is a super chat from somebody named Icarus saying, I'm Icarus drowned. I'm literally just a liberal and a Jew.
Now I'm going to watch and respond to the 2 podcast streams where Ethan and Hila call us spineless cowards.
Anyway, this guy was saying shit like that Hila's a Nazi, that she kills kids, all this types of shit. And that's showing up right up on us Nisa's and iDubbbz feed.
Our silence means something.
My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
I'm a bad friend and I'm a piece of shit. I'm spineless. I'm cowardly because I am following someone on Twitter. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you can say about Anissa and I is when we're on Twitter, we do be following. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We are friends with denims.
They contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that maybe once a week I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time I manage to find more and more terrible shit. It's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get.
And his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to science from the feces. I wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that I said in this story, which by the way was apparently compiled by his crew.
It makes sense why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own.
We are friends with denims.
How is this happening? How is it happening? How is this happening? I think it's embarrassing for Hila here to be like, this is so traumatic for the kids. You're trying to traumatize the children. It's like, dog, you literally, the vast majority of people are not remembering anything that happened to them at 3. It's just sympathy, right? It's just, she's just pulling the IDF classic card of please, my life is so difficult.
We are friends with denims.
A crane fucking smashed him right in his head.
But I would say it's the same level of friendship that we had with Ethan and Hila. It's kind of an internet friendship. Our silence means something. That's why I'm not tweeting it out. I'm not saying it to my audience because I don't give a fuck. Why are you saying that I'm not standing up for my principles when you don't even know what they are?
Our silence means something. I don't give a fuck.
The way I've been behaving is exactly in line with my principles.
I think Israel says it's a place where Jews can go.
Israel's just a place Jews can go? If that's all you're defining Israel as, is a place Jews can go. Sure, it sounds like America to me. They're not going to say that their most genocidal behavior represents anything to do with them, okay? But what they are going to do is they're going to inexplicably link Israel and Jewishness together, so when they're being criticized, all of a sudden they have the perfect defense.
Israel's wrong. The settlements should be removed. Netanyahu's a war criminal.
The Ethan Klein crash-out industrial complex is booming, and we can harness it as a propaganda machine to expose Zionism for the genocidal ideology that it is.
Another thing I need to mention, there was a tier list. It was called the Who Can Say Habibi tier list.
You guys are missing a category for Zionists.
We are friends with denims. We say Habibi in Israel. Yes, Ethan, another piece of evidence as to why it isn't anti-Semitic.
This is racist!
If you're not Arab or understand Arab culture at all, which is a lot of Americans, and Ethan Klein presents you this tier list and calls it anti-Semitic, you're just going to eat it up. It's not. Ethan is just proving his location on this tier list under Love Sabra because he doesn't understand Arab culture.
You guys are missing a category for Zionists.
We are friends with denims. Ethan deserves all of the criticism that he's getting. I think it's very valid. What are we doing? What are we saying? He needs a hug? No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs. But I also think, at the end of the day, we should acknowledge that he's human because he is human. And he needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs. And he is in a situation that's making him extremely scared, paranoid, defensive, sensitive, and...
He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs.